Welcome back inside Wildcat Country from Lundholm Gymnasium, where Maureen Magarity is now in her third season as a head coach of the UNH women's basketball team. Coach Mags won 9 games in her initial campaign. Then last year, 16 victories and a postseason berth. As we'll learn more now, Coach Magarity is in the position where she was born to be.
I think I was born the night of a playoff game when my dad was a head coach of St. Francis in Pennsylvania. My mom went into labor and my dad stayed at the game. Had to drive down a mountain by herself. That's the story. You know, I've been around it my whole life. Obviously, my dad's been a head coach and assistant coach since the day I was born.
Well, Maureen was a very interesting young kid. She always seemed to be around the game.
Even from a young age, I would always find myself watching game tape with my dad, and you know, he'd say, hey, I'd be in 5th grade, hey Maur, what do you think about this kid, you know, and it'd be like a junior in high school on tape. Oh yeah, Dad, I like him, he's good, he's got good footwork. And you know, we'd be in the backyard. I'd want to go to, you know, watch his players when they would come over in the backyard, even just shooting around. And I don't know why or how I caught it or at what exact age, but I know it was at a pretty young age.
I think it dawned on me when I would sit and watch film or watch tape on recruits, for her to just sit there and be so involved in watching the games and have an opinion about somebody's ability or the way a team is playing or things of that nature. So, you know, at a very young age, I think I knew that, you know, her love of the game was very intense.
I'm very pleased to introduce Maureen Magarity as the new head of women's basketball. Maureen?
She was the candidate that we wanted to come in and really bring back the love of the game for all the girls, and she was that role model that we all now look up to, and we want to win for her especially. We don't want to let her down.
It's always a tough thing when a new staff comes in and getting to know your players, and I say it all the time. I mean, I was just so blessed to inherit such wonderful people, not just players. And I think that first year said a lot about our team. You know, yes, we only won 9 games, but I just felt we took a huge step in the right direction.
I knew from the minute she called me that she was the kids were gonna feed off her and her energy and her enthusiasm, and they were just gonna love that, and it was gonna be, you know, easy for them to play for her and easy for us to recruit, knowing that she was going to be the face of UNH women's basketball.
The one thing I felt when she was interviewing for the position was that she would bring a level of energy and certainly a winning background to the program.
The one thing I always learned from my dad, he was always a player's coach. So, you know, meaning he always had great relationships with his players, and he always would try to, you know, whatever personnel or players he had back that year, he would always play to their strengths, maybe not so much his philosophies or his strengths. So I've tried to incorporate that.
She really wants to see us get better, which helps us know that like she's putting in the time and effort, and she's here with us every day, and she's always here for extra. And if we ever, like even outside of basketball, if we ever have anything we need, she's always there to support us.
She makes it fun. She makes it fun. Like, we know this is a job like day in and day out, but it's all fun now, and it's that love that we have to work hard and have fun and really, I guess, work hard for her.
You know, Maureen, in some ways, I consider her at a young age to be old school. She understands that you have to be consistent on a day-to-day basis with young kids and show them that there's a right way and a wrong way of doing things. And I think she's done a great job with that. I've watched her teams play in New Hampshire. I saw her take in her second year, pretty much get that program headed in a great direction, and you know, really is in a position to get that program, I think, you know, to be a winning program each and every year.
The thing I love most about it is just the relationships that you build with your players and your coaching staff and the places you get to visit and travel, and I'm really, really lucky to be doing something I love.
Hey Wildcat fans, staying connected with your teams all season long is now easier than ever. Get the latest news or share your thoughts with other Wildcat fans on Facebook. Get updates and scores by following the Cats on Twitter, or watch the latest video features on YouTube, including highlights, interviews, and more. For more information, log on to UNHWildcats.com.